raise your head up, it looks like it's 300 meters. Not because the track is not good enough, but because the track is such a beautiful track and you see the beauty at the end rather than seeing the finish line. The truth is, Austin.
What was wrong with lane 4? They all complained about lane 4.
Shaya didn't complain about, Shaya said lane 5 and 6. But Austin, people want gold medals from lane 4. People want gold, silver, bronze from lane 4. I do not know about the complaint. I just told you that the president of IAAF, Lord Sebastian Coe, the president of CAA, Kakaba, all expressed their satisfaction with that facility. As far as I'm concerned, Governor Okowa should be thanked for putting such a wonderful facility for Nigerians to be able to have a feel of these world stars. This is the one competition of CAA that has brought together the biggest stars. The only stars that were missing from this event were Van Niekerk, who was injured and who kept on tweeting on our behalf. You saw all his tweets. When #Asaba was trending before the event, people like Van Niekerk were tweeting. Ayana did not come because of injury. Those were the two big stars that were missing. Every big star that should make your competition massive were there. And Otobodin was it.
It's good, Bukola, and the performance also spoke for it. But would you agree that we put things together in a rush?
What do you mean by that? That stadium had been under construction for almost 20 years, and someone decided to create a legacy that even a school like AGGS has not leveraged on. Did you know of the warm-up track that was built just across the road? A school has benefited from that. A legacy of capacity building that so many children would live the next 10 years remembering this event as the event that molded them into becoming what they want to be in future. Like I said earlier on, they were Hitches. It has been apologized.
Tell me those Hitches so that we identify problems before we solve them.
But you've mentioned a few, and I've addressed them. I.e., the transition from Lagos to Asaba. It was corrected when the transition from Asaba to Lagos was hitch-free. Was that not what we were looking for? In fact, I remember somebody tweeting that we want to see how they return people back to Lagos. That person did not have the decency to come back to say, wow, we must applaud the LOC for learning from their mistakes and correcting the mistakes.
Okay, we've listened to Divine Odudru. Let's listen to Caster Semenya. We're actually pleased that she came around. She's also giving her views about the championship.
I think we have done well, to run now in such conditions. We will always repeat about the track. The track is not that well conditioned, but you can't give excuses, for not performing. Any challenge, you need to overcome it. I think we have done quite well. Like I said, we don't want to disappoint people. We have a great, crowd. For us, coming here, I always see it's more of a royal, bid. I feel, blessed, to being amongst the, princess. If you're a man, it's Igwe. So, it's just it's marvelous. I think, as an African nation, we learn from our mistakes. Yeah, of course, if they win the bid, I think first, foremost, they need to focus more on the conditions. We expect, a better track. We expect a stadium with lights, because at night it's better if you run at night in such conditions. If they win, of course, we will come. It's all about running in our own soil. It will be a first, African nation to waste, well athletics. It will just be beautiful. For me, what's important is the crowd out there. So they motivate us. We give performance. So yeah, it will be great.
South Africa's Caster Semenya. I just wanted us to create some balance with what she's saying. And look, she said the same thing, no excuses. But she mentioned the track, Bukola. She mentioned lighting.
Not well conditioned.
Yeah.
She did a bumpy. You must understand the technical terms, not condition. She mentioned lighting because it is always better to run at night. And nobody has come to say we had floodlights. But the floodlight is coming up. And If I start giving you the reasons why the floodlight was not up, you'll be shocked. The floodlight has been in Nigeria for weeks at the port. Do you want to blame that on the LOC for not having paid money to clear the floodlight and it wasn't sent out from the port? But we don't want to go into all of that. That would just be opening more cans of worms.
Okay.
You know?
Just all right there. We'll come back to
I'm saying is we must ensure as a people always to focus on the positives when the negatives have been corrected.
Thank you, Bukola. So that's it. Let's go on this break. When we'll come back, we'll wrap up this discussion on the review of the championship. Don't go anywhere. Welcome back, Sports Tonight on Channels Television. We still have an official of the local organizing committee for the 21st edition of the African Athletics Championship, Bukola Olapade. Yeah, Bukola, yeah, you've said good things about the championship, but it's all about getting better.
And I've also admitted where we had Hitches, and that has been apologized.
Okay.
But you must remember one key thing in taking events of this nature around the world. You must remember that you must use this sort of event to develop new areas. Going to Asaba, for me, is the best thing that has happened to this event. I personally am grateful to the governor of Delta State, because if he had not accepted to host this event in Asaba or in Delta State, the CAA gladly told you they would have been in trouble. I'm sure you heard that, you saw that. Kakaba said Delta State saved Africa. Nobody was expecting a utopian kind of organization. We do not live in a perfect world. So for anybody to have believed that even if you had hosted this in Abuja, it would have been perfect, then that person must be deluding his or herself. Yes. So mistakes have been made. They've been corrected. We finished this event with a bang. It was a party atmosphere. Everybody enjoyed themselves, prayerful to God, thankful to God, with a bang. And guess what? We evacuated all athletes and officials seamlessly. That meant we learned from the mistake of the very first 2 days. And as human beings, mistakes will be made. The capacity to be able to come back from that mistake is what puts you on the pedestal. And as far as I'm concerned, I'm extremely proud to have been part of this LOC.
To get better, so you can be part of the program on Twitter channels _sports, Facebook channels at Sports. Let's just take a message on social media for Bukola before he leaves. Dari Kuti says, what are the organizers doing to make sure some of the problems that happen don't happen again?
That's a fantastic question from Dari. I feel strongly that the Bible that has been created for this event is not only going to assist Nigeria as a country in hosting this sort of events going forward. Of course, one huge lesson is that next time you want to host in a city where the airports are smaller, then you must do a plan B for neighborhood airports like Owerri, Benin, which we also used, but we didn't use to capacity. But I felt if I was to grade, and I'm not in a position to grade our performance, if I was to grade, I'll say we did 70%. In any exam in this world, 70% is a huge pass.
Take your report card and go. Thank you so much, Bukola, for coming around.
Thank you.
We'll continue to monitor the progress that this has brought to sports.
The biggest take home, Austin, the biggest take home is the capacity that the Delta State government has been able to build for their children.
Thank you. Thank you so much. So that's it, Bukola Olapade, official of the local organizing committee, reviewing the African Athletics Championships. Nigeria, the women's team, they reigned supreme in the 4x400 meters relay. Let's just relive that moment once again. I'll come back. Cosmos Chico Emeka will be here with us to talk some more, so don't go anywhere. Stay.